Mega Stars.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Sneaker Guide. Today I have for you the Jordan 12 Flu games. So I'm really excited to get into these just because it's my favorite colorway of the Jordan 12 silhouette. Just the history behind it and obviously the game. But I think this is a shoe that has a lot of meaning behind Jordan and the Jordan brand. And excited to get into it. So if you didn't know already before, the reason why the Flu Game 12s are so famous is because back in '97 when Michael and the Bulls were playing the Utah Jazz in the Western Conference Finals, the series was tied 2-2 heading into Utah. The night before Game 5, Michael got food poisoning and he was up all night, I guess, throwing up sick. And he decided to play. He ended up having like 37, 38 points, like 7 assists, 6 rebounds, something crazy like that. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the time Michael was kind of like walking off the court and Scottie Pippen's like holding him up to get to the bench. But yeah, I mean, it's just like a great story behind it. A lot of people are skeptical of like if it was real, if it really happened. Personally, I don't think Michael Jordan's somebody that's gonna fake being sick just to like add to his legacy. It's just something I just can't see him doing, but it's just a really cool story. Of course, I didn't watch the game live because I was like 6 years old or whatever. But you know, looking back in the game, the highlights of it, it's just so cool, and I've always wanted to have that shoe.
Yeah, baby. I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy. I cannot see myself without you. We call them fans down, girl, you know what we do. I go out of my way to please you. I go out of my way to...
Right, so looking at the box a little bit closer, as you can see on the top of the box, it's got that giant Jumpman on top of there. I really like how Jordan Brand brought it back to what it was back in 1997. It's got the Jordan right there with the red and black. Flip it around for you. And then on this side it says, "Quality inspired by the greatest player ever." It was really cool. So let's pop top open on these. It's got that brown paper. Nothing too crazy. And there it is. Wow. Really, really cool. So on this pair, the red, I noticed right off the bat, is more like a infrared. It's like a brighter red than what came out in 2009 and 2003. And even 1997, it seemed like a little bit darker red. Of course, I don't have the 97 pair, but I do have the last 2 releases. See the bottoms of these carbon fiber plate, of course. But I actually like the red at first glance just because it kind of gives it that pop. So when you put them on your feet, people notice them right away. And I really like even the black on it. I mean, the tumble leather looks pretty decent. It's nothing crazy, but then again, the Jordan 12 leather quality isn't really about the tumbled leather too much, but it does, just the detail into it, it's really, really nice. Looking at the tongue a little bit more, it's got that tumbled leather, of course. It's a little bit different than what you would see on the upper of the shoe, but as all 12s have, you'll have that TWO 2 and then the number, you can see it, 3 right there on both pairs. See, you got the 3, 2, but really, really, really nice.
Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down.
So I was able to get my first pair from waiting in line. I think I waited like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 hours. to pick up my pair. They had definitely limited quantities on. And then that morning, I was also able to win on sneakers, luckily. And if you don't know what sneakers is, again, it's just an app that Nike has created to enter different drawings and raffles for kind of exclusive sneakers that you might not be able to get in all the local stores near you. You should definitely check it out. So one thing I wanted you guys to keep in mind was that in a lot of Jordan 12s, including these, Jordan brand tends to use a little bit too much glue. So before you pick up your pair, if possible, check for glue stains, because I know right in here and sometimes even up here, you'll have a little bit of glue residue on there. But that's pretty much the only flaw I could ever see on them. The stitching is really, really nice. The laces look great, tongue looks great, but glue stains is the only thing, if I had to say anything, that needed to be kept in mind. Really cool detail that Jordan brand and the Flu Games have on them is, if you can see that AirJordan right there on the toe, that ball in his hand come up all the way to the toe box. So if you're kind of looking at the shoe, you can see the Jumpman, you know, when you're walking, which is pretty cool. Because I know a lot of people like the bottoms of the Jordan 12, but obviously you can't see them because you're wearing them and they're on the ground. So I just like this. All the Jordan 12s, of course, are going to have this, but it just makes it a little bit more unique that a lot of the other Jordans won't show. So that moment you guys have all been waiting for, I'm going to give you an on feet with these. Personally, I'm probably going to wear some black joggers with them, keep it really simple, keep it comfortable. But like I said, you could pretty much wear these with almost any bottoms. I mean, you could wear shorts, sweats, jeans, taper bottoms, loose bottoms, whatever you want. But let's check it out.
I came to tell him the truth, and the truth hurts. She said, do what you're supposed to, and never let them fold ya. Mama was a thug, I was raised by a soldier. The purse on the shoulder, got a pistol with no holster. Said let a nigga make a move and I'ma toast him, ghost him, sleep tight, ain't never what it seemed like. Wanna know my life? A lot of death and some street fights. Walking home at night, smoking meth by the street lights. Had to check some niggas cause they thought I was the weak type. See heights.
So if you know me, you know that I play basketball a lot. I usually hoop in more modern, like, you know, basketball shoes that have released in the last year or two. I really don't hoop in Jordans too much just because the technology's not there. It's not always the most comfortable. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. But with these guys, the 12s, I do really like them, and the 10s, surprisingly, are really, really comfortable. So with this pair, I've worn them a couple times to hoop, wore them a couple times out, and then I got the other pair that I'm just kind of stocking away. But I think the more I use these, the more broken in they get. From time to time, I'm going to use them to hoop just because it does have that carbon fiber shank plate right there. So there is some tech behind it, and my feet just feel great in them. You know, I can hoop for an hour or two. And then, you know, I'll be done and my feet will feel fine. So if you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, make sure to follow me. It's going to be _sneaker_guide_. I post pictures, you know, once, twice, even 3 times a day. Facebook page, Twitter. And just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see more of.